This week we took the car to the dyno and made 1,019 horsepower, and that was actually a few days ago. It was on Monday. This is Friday, so I'm going to take the car out for the first time since the dyno appointment. Okay, so this is the data log from the last dyno session where the car made 1,019 at the tire. Just a quick refresher about this combination. This is a 363 stroker, 8.2 deck, push rod engine. It's got Ford Racing Z2 heads, a Holley Systemax intake, and a Vortech YSI-b supercharger. It runs on E85 fuel, and this is the basic data log combination for it. You can see here we actually revved the car out to about 7,100 RPM there, but it made peak power at 6,700. If I snap over here, let's see, that's pretty close. 6,700 RPM there. The car made 28 pounds of boost at peak horsepower. Air fuel looked good. All pressures, oil pressure, fuel pressure looked good. Closed loop compensation was within reason. Everything was okay there. So really nothing to really be concerned about in this data log. Everything looked great. Spark plug looked great when I checked a plug. So I was very happy with this. You can see as I did rev it out here to about 7,100 RPM. Boost keeps climbing. Saw 29.5 pounds of boost there. We actually rev the car to usually a little higher than this, 7,300 RPM, and it'll see over 30 pounds of boost, but it's not really making more power up there. It's just got a good bit of overrun. And I'm really just taking the car out. I wanted to top it off with fuel before winter really sets in. It's supposed to get really cold here tomorrow, I think. So I want to just put some fuel in it, have it ready to go. So that's the only reason I'm out tinkering with the car. And I wanted to give a quick update because I still haven't actually posted an update video since I've had this car to the dyno the last time. If we think back, I had the car to the dyno in July. It made 930 something, 934, I think, to the tire. It broke on the dyno. It ran. I brought it home from the dyno. It worked, but it bent the rods. So I pulled it apart, put in better rods, actually rods and pistons, and then took it back to the dyno. Now, it's probably been 2 months since I've been back to the dyno, and I apologize it's taken me so long to get this video done, but it's coming. 2 months, and I'll have you a video shortly. So I went back to the dyno, I think it was early October, and the car made 1,020 that day. So the only real changes were pistons and rods, which don't effectively add any horsepower. They just allow you to build some more horsepower. So that's actually where I think the car
probably should have been before. So I'm actually ecstatic about that 1020. It's unreal. Again, I'm cruising around in a 92 GT. You know, by modern standards, not that very heavy of a car. Today, I really am just showing off the updates that I've made inside the car. Also, you know, going through the updates I've made at the dyno and other things. So, what have I actually done? Well, inside, the only updates I've made are very minor. This car has got the Corbeau seats in it, front seats anyway, and so now I have matched the front seats with a TMI vinyl recovered rear seat. Basically just took the old gray leather coverings off of the rear seat and reapplied the new black vinyl covering to that. Yes, it's vinyl, it's not leather, but it looks and feels great. It's very nice quality. They went on very nicely. I have to give my, you know, hats off to them. It's very nice. I also chose, because the car already has kind of the two-tone motif with now black and gray, which was the motif from the factory, but it's more black than gray than it originally was. However, like the Corbeaus have this insert in here with the gray. I still have the gray seat belts on it, so I left the gray seat belts and the gray seat belt inserts on the rear seats. So that's one big change that I've made to the inside of this car. Now, the only other thing that I've done, and I've talked about this already, but is the radio. And I have to say, a double DIN radio on here does look so much better. I used to have a single DIN radio and the little filler piece at the bottom. This is far, far better. Now, I know that, boy, I don't want to butcher their name, but somebody out there makes a kit where you relocate the AC controls, the HVAC controls to the bottom. You can put the stereo on the top, and it seems to make more sense. But I have to be honest, I considered that, and I thought to myself, I kind of like where these are at. This is the traditional spot. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and just put the double DIN in. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to order the Cobra rear brakes. These are the Turbo Coupe or 93 Cobra rears. Oh, what happened here? Little stuff. I'm going to, so these are 10-inch. The Cobras are 11.65 inch, and I think they'll fill out this wheel a lot better. They don't. I've looked at the template. They don't actually clear the 15-inch wheels I have for this. I'm going to get a set and see how close it is, and just see if I need to, maybe I can clearance them. Maybe I can, you know, make a little extra room there and see what it takes to actually make them fit. So that's what I'm going to work on over the winter. Very, very minor stuff. Oh, almost forgot though. I did change the quarter windows finally. These are I don't know who makes them. Daniel Carpenter, I think, does. But I got them through LMR. These are the LMR redone windows without the Mustang logo, and I was really debating on those. When I first saw them, I hated the idea that the car wouldn't have the Mustang logo right here. But the more I started thinking about it, this car doesn't have many logos on it. I still have the Ford emblems on both front and rear, but I don't have the 5.0 emblems on the side. I don't think that GTs came with a GT emblem. They just have the bumper insert. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to put them on, and I'm going to see how it looks with a car that's basically black and silver. I think it looks good. They blend in nicely. They don't have, I don't see anything. I'm not missing anything with these windows and no Mustang logo on them. I think that having a good trim piece on there far exceeds having the Mustang logo on them. So I'm actually pretty happy with them. And you'll have to take my word for it. The radio sounds about 100 times better than what was in this. It sounds noticeably better than what I remember a factory system in a Fox body sounding like. I did, while I was replacing the door speakers, you can see down here, this speaker and that speaker, I did swap them to 6.5-inch speakers. I think they're 5 1/4 from the factory. 6.5-inch speakers literally bolt right in with no issues. So you literally just, you know, you got to drill a couple holes, but that's easy enough. They fit right in, no modifications required. They fit behind the speaker grills. Everything is good there. So I'm exceedingly happy with that.